and as High Representative for the United Nations Alliance of Civilization, a mandate I honor to carry forward with humility and full determination. I seize this opportunity to thank the OIC member states for support for my new mandate. And I also congratulate the Republic of Turkey for taking over the chairmanship of the 51st session of OIC. My dear friends, around the world, Muslims continue to face discrimination and persistent dehumanization for no other reason than their faith. Furthermore, Muslims are often challenged with institutional discrimination and socioeconomic restriction. Such biases are manifested in the stigmatization and the unwarranted racial profiling of Muslims, reinforced by biased media representation and by the anti-Muslim rhetoric and policies of some political leaders. Many such acts of intolerance and suspicion may not be reflected into official statistics, but they degrade people's dignity of our common humanity. It's in this context that the adoption of the General Assembly Resolution 78-264 in 2024 on measures to combat Islamophobia is a high milestone in our collective effort to combat this scourge. The resolution condemns the incitement to discrimination, hostility, or violence against Muslims as manifested in the increasing number of incidents of desecration of the Holy Book, attack on mosques and religious sites, and the insidious stereotyping of Muslims that too often goes unchallenged. My dear friend, Islamophobia is not merely a matter of prejudice. It is a violation of human rights, a threat to social cohesion, and affront to the principle enshrined in the UN Charter. Islamophobia is not confined to geographical boundaries. It manifests its overt violence, but also in the quietest cruelty of exclusion. When Muslim women are denied employment because of their health scare, when children are bullied in the school because of their name, when entire communities are survived or vilified in political discourse, that is Islamophobia. Equally concerning is the digital amplification of hatred. Online platforms have become fertile ground for the spread of anti-Muslim narrative, often reinforced by algorithms. The digital space, once hailed as frontier of freedom, is now too often a theater for hostility. My friends, but while the problem is global, so too must be the solution. Resolution 78-264 rightly emphasizes the transformative power of intercultural, interreligious dialogue. The United Nations Alliance of Civilization stands ready to deepen partnership, to promote mutual respect, coexistence, and understanding across faiths, culture, and sectors. Our work is not to defend any one religion, it to defend the human right of all people to practice the religion or faith without fear. As a special envoy, I intend to work in close coordination with OIC member states and member states, civil society, faith leaders, and regional organizations to advance a comprehensive strategic rooted in prevention, education, legal protection, and awareness raising. This includes, to mention a few, support a national action plan and strategy addresses Islamophobia, to work on content analysis encouraging responsible media and digital governance to counter online hate speech, to establish a compendium to serve as results hub document incidents of Islamophobia based on a robust monitoring mechanism, to identify legislative gaps that may prevent the adoption of adequate measures to address Islamophobic incidents, to develop media literacy programs to promote critical thinking skills, to collaborate and coordinate with counterparts in other international regional organizations, including envoys to combat Islamophobia, to conduct visits to places where acts of Islamophobia are recurrent, engage with relevant stakeholders to find common ground in addressing this incident, to advance the mapping of religious sites through the UN Plan of Action of Safeguarding Religious Sites, which was developed by UNOIC. We will go to Astana in September to this summit of traditional religious leaders, and in Astana we'll present a specific plan to how to protect mosques and Islamic sites. Last but not least, to develop an action plan to combat Islamophobia that will be finalized in 2026. I also plan to convene a high-level event on addressing Islamophobia at the UN headquarters in New York in 2026. It will be good if we could have that on 14 March in honor of the International Day of Combating Islamophobia. The high-level gathering will bring together member states and non-state actors, including civil society, religious leaders, think tanks, and media, to exchange views on good practices in addressing Islamophobia. Allow me to also underline the importance of accountability. In this context, an annual report on implementation effort is necessary. This is not a bureaucratic exercise. It is a moment to measure progress, identify gaps, and ensure that our actions match our rhetoric. In closing, let us remind ourselves that combating Islamophobia is not a task for Muslims alone. It's a global imperative requiring political will, moral courage, and sustained multilateral cooperation. Is the demonization of Islam in Europe and beyond is not acceptable, not justifiable. So 2 million of people in this world have the right to live in peace and dignity, free of fear and injustice. Let us reaffirm our shared vision. Our world with diversity is not merely tolerated but celebrated. A world with dignity is not contingent upon identity or confined to a specific religion or faith. Let us rise to the occasion. The stakes are too high, and the silence of inaction is no longer an option. I thank you very much. Shukran.
Shukran. I thank you. I thank you, Your Excellency.